Well, hello, hello, hello. Look what's dropping in. We have done something similar to this before together on another video at a different time, but it is so similar, so familiar, and so fun to use shapes and use repetition to create these designs that have radial balance. Radial means it radiates out from the center to make a design that is balanced from the center. So left and right are balanced, top and bottom are balanced, and everything just converges or diverges out from the center of the piece of paper. These papers were folded into fourths to use the folds as guidelines. A color scheme was chosen by the artist. This looks like cool colors, and so does this one, matter of fact. They're both different and both very beautiful. But I'm going to put those to the side. But I'm still going to be using a big white piece of paper. I'm still going to be talking about radial balance. So I'm going to start by folding my square piece of paper into fourths. Now, this piece of paper is 12 inches by 12 inches. As you can see, I've already started folding some of the shapes I want to use because this time I want to make something more of a sculpture, more of a relief sculpture using origami folds with the tiny pieces of paper and then arranging them with radial balance. So I'm going to slide these two cards over to the side so that we remember this is what we're talking about here and make some room for our paper. I have glue stick, and that's about all I need. I need my fingers and glue stick and small pieces of paper. These pieces of paper are 3-inch squares. Some of these brown ones have already been folded because I'm preparing to do a certain fold. This fold is called the triangle fold. It's called the triangle fold. There are some directions for triangle fold here. I'm going to set this over to the side, as well as directions for something called a Stingray fold, and then we'll also try a Kite Fold. So I'm going to leave this paper on the side here, and the triangle fold. The directions are pretty easy. Looking at this diagram might not help you as much as just watching me do it. Okay, so this is what we want to end up with, something that looks like a triangle. So we're taking a square this size and we're folding it a few times to make triangles. If you notice, I have 4 brown pieces of paper, 4 pink pieces of paper, because my paper has been folded into fourths. So I'm going to have balance there by placing different things that I've created in each of these quadrants of my paper facing the center. So I'm going to make sure that the corners touch, make a crisp fold. So that's me folding my paper down. Now I want the colored side to show this paper has white on one side and color on the other. It's very thin, perfect for folding something that looks like origami. And then after I've folded it in half, the directions say fold the corner down to the middle down here. So I'm going to take this corner, yes, this corner, and fold it down to the middle here. Or you can just say, take this edge and make it come down and touch the bottom edge of the paper. So once I do that, I have something here that looks like a triangle, but this half still looks like a square. So half is looking like a triangle, and this half is looking like a square. I will just take the other side and do the same thing. And voila, I have just done the triangle fold. It's just that easy. So I have 4 pink ones. I think I'm going to do the brown just the same. I'm going to fold both of these sides down to the bottom edge of this paper. So you go from a square to a rectangle, and then you fold down both sides to get your triangle. I like using this folded paper because you can see shadows underneath and it creates dimension. So it does look sculptural. When something is sculptural, is 3D. that is more than just a flat piece of paper, like the designs I showed you at the beginning of this video. Okay, so I have done 4 pink and 4 brown. I think I'm almost ready. Wait, I even did 4 yellow earlier. Oh gosh. All right, I really like the triangle fold. Can you tell? All right, so I'm going to do some arranging. Let's see. I'm going to do some arranging. So if I arrange, and I can see my fold here, and you might not be able to see on camera, but there's a fold straight here, and then there's one straight across here. And if I just place all 4 of the brown triangle fold pieces there, it creates this square, or yeah, it's a skew. It's a square. And then maybe I could just tuck the yellow ones inside a little bit. Go around and do that, the yellow, and then go around and add the pink. And already, that's looking pretty cool. Okay, let's start gluing. I'm going to glue as I go to save time. I like to arrange it a little bit first so I can get an idea of what I'm dealing with. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of each of these. It doesn't take a lot because this glue is very lightweight, and sometimes they have to be repositioned, so I don't want to put tons of glue because then it's harder to pull it up. So I'm just going to take it and give it a little rub and place it back. These fold lines are making it easy for me to find the center and place everything lined up, pointing towards the center. There we go. Those are on there pretty good. Let's see. Yes, they're on there pretty good. See that? Oh, wow. And the white that shows through and the shadows give it just a little bit more dimension. Okay, so I'll go with yellow next. I'm going to go yellow and tuck the yellow just a little bit under inside here on each side. So having 4 of one particular color does help with the design and keeping your balance. The other designs that I showed you at the beginning of the video, you know, I call it radial balance because yes, it starts in the middle and radiates outward. So you're already starting to see what I mean by radiates, because from the brown to the yellow, everything is just radiating outwards. Something that we know that radiates is the sun. It radiates and gives off heat, and the heat rays, sun rays, go off out into the atmosphere, warm the earth, and warm the air. Okay, wow, I really like that. Should I put the pink ones right here? That's an idea. I could tuck the pink ones right there instead of, oh wow, it's already looking great. It's looking great. Okay, so I really do like this triangle fold. I am going to show you the Stingray Fold. That's wonderful. I am going to show you the Stingray Fold and the Kite Fold. The Kite Fold is probably even easier than this triangle fold, and there are different ways that it can be applied to the paper. Wow. What do you think so far? This is something that you could do, totally. All right, so any way you look at it, it all pretty much looks the same. And then, wow, see, you can see that it's 3-dimensional. Okay, so the origami folds are really, really fun. All right, let's try the kite fold now. Let's try kite fold. The kite fold, let's see, I need 4. I have more than 4 here. Let's see. The kite fold begins by folding your square diagonally across. So I'm going to do a diagonal fold on all of these. It looks like these squares are not quite squares. That's okay. I would just work with it. I cut these by hand, and so it was a little off, but that's okay. All right, once you open this, and you can see where this fold is now, once you open this, you're going to take this edge and put it in towards the fold in the center, like so. Almost like when you're making a paper airplane. And I'm quite sure many of you are good at that. And I put it in and make it touch that center fold too. So it looks like a kite when you're done. All right, let's do 3 more. And I'm going to go a little faster. And you can always push the pause button so that you can catch up with me if you're doing exactly what I'm doing. But I'd encourage you not to do exactly what I'm doing, to come up with your own design and let your creativity kick in full blast and do your own thing. Sometimes I surprise myself when I come up with ideas and then I sit down and get to working on those ideas, and then more ideas come, and it snowballs into something more wonderful than I imagined at first. And that's one of the cool things about making art. Okay, I like the kite fold. There's a little white part showing here, a little triangular white part, but you can display it this way. But what I like to do, yes, is to put a little glue right here, stick this so it's 3-dimensional. Almost looks like one of those ninja fingers that I see some of my students make sometimes. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue and connect like this. So now this is very 3-dimensional. Almost looks like a cone. Wow. I might just do that. That looks cool. All right, so if I've done it to one, I need to make sure I do the same thing for all of them. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. It doesn't take a lot, especially with glue stick, because glue stick dries pretty quickly. This paper is very thin and it will be dry and stuck together in no time. So I'm just bringing it over, connecting it this way. Yes. Wow. And see how that just happened? That idea just hit me and I just decided where to put it. I'm thinking you could probably do 8 of something and make it work too. Like if I were to have done 8 of these, I could maybe put 2 here, 2 here, you know, and 2 there and 2 there. But since I only have 6, I don't have enough to do 8, so I'm just going to try to stay balanced. All right, a little bit of glue really is all you need, so I'm going to put a little bit there, slide it onto my finger so I can slide it right inside of there and press down, and it'll stay. I'm sure of it. Yes. So that's called the kite fold. See how if you turn it around, it looks the same in every direction. Every direction. Okay. Then I'm going to try something with some other colors here I have here. Oops. I do have more yellow, and I think it's okay to repeat a color. So I'm going to show you next the Samurai Fold, or the Stingray. I think it can also be, yes, it's called the Stingray on this paper, but it can also be called Samurai. So the Stingray Fold. This fold is a little more involved than the others, but that's okay. It's all doable. Follow the steps. So you're going to fold the paper in half diagonally. Crisp fold, open. Fold in half diagonally, the opposite direction. Open. Now you should be able to see where it looks like an X has been formed there. Now what I like to do is I like to flip it over and fold so the white side is facing out, because next when I push it together, yes, it's going to look like a triangle. I push these two sides in where I had folded straight across the middle instead of a diagonal fold. I push those two sides in. This is where crisp folds really come in to play. Make your folds crisp. And that almost looks like this, but there are a few more steps. So it looks like this triangle, but now we're going to take this edge and bring it to the middle. So take this edge, bring it to the middle, fold down, and take this edge here of this triangle on top and bring it to the middle and fold down. That's your Stingray Fold. That might go right in there. Really nice. Cool. Maybe I could turn it this way. That's a possibility. All right, I'm going to pause my video and catch you up after I've folded these other three. Wait, I'll do one more before I pause the video. Okay. Fold in half diagonally. Open. Fold in half diagonally, the opposite direction. Open. Flip it over to the white side and white side out. Connect the corners and just fold in half so it looks like a rectangle. Open. What I do is I just push up through the middle there. Push the sides in. Push the sides in. And voila. Now I have that triangle. Now I need to add the flaps by taking this edge from the top part, fold it in towards the middle. Do the same thing here. Take this edge, fold it in towards the middle, and voila. I've got two now. All right. This is the last bit of origami folded papers that I'm adding to this relief sculpture. I found some beautiful kente cloth looking paper in my basket that I thought would be the perfect ending for this. It's like the cherry on top. There's a few more colors and a few more folds. I did that Stingray fold again. Sometimes repetition just makes things a little bit better. So the end result here from all this origami, from all these folded shapes, is something beautiful. Definitely radial balance here. Definitely something beautiful. We talked about the kite fold, the triangle fold, and the Stingray fold. The Stingray is also known as the samurai, I believe. It's also known as the samurai fold. Yes. So, what do you think? Gorgeous. I could add to this, and I might just do that. But for today's video, I'll stop here and say, give this a try. It's really fun and easy. And sometimes when you're making art, it doesn't involve a lot of drawing and really fine details and artistic skill in drawing things. Sometimes you can just fold paper and make something beautiful as well. So this is for you who are wanting to create and not always feeling so confident about drawing abilities. Here you go. This is one for you. There's something out there for all of you. Remember, I always say art makes you smart. This is a little math in here with the art today, folks. And so I hope you are giving this a try, and let me know when you do.